Oh shit, I forgot the sound. Hello everyone and welcome to Dramatical Murder. You can't read it here, but you can definitely read it here. This is a game that came up a few times, so I figured why not play it? Let's just go for it, fuck it. Let's start. Should be fun. So, yeah. I think Actually, no, I have only seen a few other people play this before, but never me.
お電話ありがとうございます。
Oh my god.
ジャンクショップ平凡です。
Junk Shop 平凡です。I hope you guys can read English because it's already in English. Fuck it.
はい。
Well, not the voices. Yes? Do you have any custom parts for S2 type? I'm kinda confused whether I should actually read this in English or not. Do you have any custom parts for S2 type Almates in your shop?
はい、扱
Well,
って
the
ます。
animation's really smooth.
在庫もございますが。
You also have them in stock. Is that right? I see. Thank you very much. Hold on, should I keep my... Actually, no, never mind. I'll just keep playing
ご
because...
注文でしょうか。
Would you like to place an order? No, well... God, this computer's really retro. Also, I should probably hide my mouse next time, but let's work with it. Yes? But...
はい。
I like how he's posing like, yeah, baby. Oh, this guy's coming on to me.
あ
Huh? Okay, this is just creepy territory now. You sound really creepy, no thanks.
いえいえ、そんなまさかとんでもない。大変恐縮です。あ、ところでお客様、一つ思い出したことがありましてよろしいですか？
I just remembered something. Would that be alright? Sure.
実はですね、先ほど S2 型カスタムパーツのお話をされてましたが、今度そのシリーズの新しいタイプを先行で入荷するんですよ。
Uh-huh. Right.
それでですね、ただいまお得意様だけに特別にご紹介するという形で予約を受けたまわっているんですが、いかがでしょう？
you're exploiting your voice to get customers? I'm not above that personally, but
おそらく
we
人気
should.
商品なのですぐに売り切れてしまうと思うのですが、今予約していただければ確実にご購入いただけるかと。もちろんこれはお得意様限定の特別なご案内ですので、ご予約いただければサービスいたしますよ。
That sounded really enticing, holy shit. Service.
はい、
A
サービス。
yes, a service. Full service. I'm sorry. That sounded really creepy. He sounds like he's about to jizz his pants.
かしこまりました。ありがとうございます。それでは今からお客様の個人データをお送りください。はい、ありがとうございました。確かにご予約を受けたまわりました。
Do you blow them on the side for free just for this? No, you can't do that. You have to charge extra. What kind of hooker are
それで
you?
は今後とも当店をどうぞごひいきに。
Wow. Look, sounded like he just came.
どうも。
Domo. Ugh. Yeah, I knew it. I let out a huge sigh. Although I do it knowingly, speaking to the customers with ulterior motives is really annoying. I'm glad I get to talk now, great. Well, if it goes well, I'm sure to sell something, so it's fine. Your voice is so wonderful. I need to meet you no matter what. Among the people who contact our shop by phone, there are an awful lot of guys who say that. They want to meet me when all they know is my voice. If I was a woman, it'd be better, but usually a guy wouldn't ask another guy something like that. At first, I could handle them well, but like anyone else would, I became irritated when it kept happening. But it also became easier to entice customers to buy products. From then on, like that phone call just now, I could make even more sales. Strangely enough though, it doesn't happen in the actual shop. Sometimes a customer actually comes to meet me after a telephone call, but I just play it off, and I'll end up leaving without noticing I was the owner of that voice. Since there's not much harm done, I just think, well, whatever, and leave it be. Reminder, there should be back soon. Oh, there's not voice acting for all the lines, which I guess would cost more, but I stretch my arms out wide and place my eyes on the digital clock on the counter. Hepsi Ave. Hold on, I wanted to see that. How do you see that? Oh! Oh! There's a whole backlist of shit. Wait. Holy shit. Erase text space. Hold on. Okay, quick save. Also, I should probably just save. Save! Holy shit! This game's really great! Holy shit. Hold on, if I press space... Oh! Wait, could I go back? Could I back scroll? No! Oh fuck! I wanted a picture of the... Hold on. Nope, I can't, it's just audio, but... I was attracted to the suddenness of the store name and started working here. I wonder how long it's been. Anyway, it was a long time ago. A message, huh? I was spacing out. I had my elbow on the counter when the coil on my arm rang. A coil is something like a mobile phone, but it's much more convenient than just that. Yep, it's space. Phone calls, messages, payments, identification, and of course watching TV can all be done with this one machine. I want that. Let's see. Incoming mail. Please save me, Captain Princess. Is this a new kind of advertisement? The adult kind, maybe. It'll probably continue like, please help me, I'm troubled by my aching body or something. Delete. As I was handling my coil, something slammed into my waist. I fall from the chair and something heavy lands on my back. 3 giggling voices. The culprits had to be. Alba's open. Open like a book. He's selling cool. Whoa, I did not expect that intro. Brats. The evil brat siblings finally appeared. The eldest son, Kiyo, the second, now, and the eldest daughter, Mio. A group of annoying neighborhood kids who only come here to go on wild rampages. This excellent voice acting, by the way. Now raises his voice after looking at my coil over my shoulder and the remaining 2 hear it and lean all over me. I'm gonna suffocate.
Oh, little baka!
I wish I could bend my voice like that. I jolt up, legs wobbling, trying to shake them off. You don't care if I say they're childish. There's no way those kids would give up just like that.
ねえねえ、あの棚の上にあるの、何に使うのかな？
What, this? This? Which one?
きっと誰かを倒すための道具なんだぜ。怖い。男って野蛮ね。
お前ら
They already moved on to other things.
げ
I was shocked when I looked at my coil. At some point it had started to display a completion screen. Oh yeah, I had the feeling I heard a strange sound from it a while ago. Maybe I accidentally pushed a button when I was messing with the kids. I hope I didn't download some strange program.
ああ、もう最悪じゃねえか。
This is terrible. As I stand there confused, the retro bell on the front door rings. Today's delivery.
今日の届け先はちょっと遠かったな。
The store manager, Haga-san, who had gone out for a delivery, was back.
Haga-san!
Haga-san!
遅くなりました。
I love these intros. Albaku. Haga's smiling face drops when he sees the evil brats, considering the damage they caused to the shop. While it's a natural reaction.
いやー、君たち、こんにちは。来てたんですね。
いいよ、あれ取ってよ。ちょっと待ってろ。とりゃ。木を折ったら意外と小さいのね。なんだと？
What'd you say?
こらこら、
Hey
君
kids,
た
it's
ち。
me just playing
店の
inside
中
the
で
shop.
遊んだら危ないよ。怪我をしてしまうからね。
Haga-san warns in confusion, but the brats aren't listening.
君たち。
もううるさいな。うるさいハゲ。
Don't. Oh, the music went quiet. You know what that means? Oh boy, he said it. The air around Haga-san freezes.
そこで遊んでいらっしゃる子供の皆
Holy
さ
shit, his
ん。
voice.
つかぬことをお聞きしますが。今、何とおっしゃいました？
I can hear the fires crackling in the background.
さあ、もう一回言ってみてください。最初の言葉は？は？はあ。
激しくお腹が減ったから帰る。よし帰るぞ。帰るわよ。
The evil brats ran out of the store at full speed. Holy shit, calm down, man.
続きは何なんですか一体。歯がどうしたんです？歯が。
ああ、そうだ店長。
That's right, boss. Yes,
そう
yes.
だそうだ、聞いてくださいよ。
I start talking in a hurry to the mumbling Haga-san.
A パーツの S シリーズの注文が最近また増えてきたんですよ。
パーツ？
はい。いやー、さすがですね。やっぱり店長の読み通りでしたね。前月より売り上げ 50% 増しですよ。
そうですか。
そうです。増量です。売り上げ倍増です。
Oh, sorry.
売り上げ。
You said
倍増。
50%.
それは良かったです。そんなに売れてるということでしたら、もう少しストックを厚くしておきましょうかね。
After Haga-san listens to my good news, he finally returns to normal. What a relief, that was dangerous. Haga-san is so outrageous that once he snaps, he begins to act violently. When he returned to his usual state, he pushed up his glasses, raised his eyebrows, and laughed.
いやー、本当に全く困った子供たちですね。
ですね。
やんちゃすぎるところさえなければ可愛い子たちなんですけど。
ですよね。
I'm still surprised no matter how many times I see him change to almost a different person. I think it's said that people like that are fast to flip the switch.
そうだ、青葉くん。
Haga-san walks to the counter and picks up a paper bag by his feet.
申し訳ないんですけど、この荷物を発送してきてもらえませんか。今日はそのまま上がって構いませんので。
いいんです
Is that
か？
okay?
ええ、
Yes.
実はで
In
すね。
fact, a customer is
これから
suddenly
急にお
coming
客
here
さんが来
today,
る
so
こ
I
とにな
thought
った
I'd
んで
close
す。
up the shop
だ
early.
から今日
そういうことな
In
ら
that case,
了解
I'll
っす。
do it. I picked up my bag next to me and take the paper bag from Haga-san. Oh, sorry. Someone texted. As I checked the slip, I noticed the destination is a bit far. This is a package going to the
そ
courier.
れじゃ行ってきます。あと、お疲れ様でした。
はい、お疲れ様。気をつけてね。
Yes, I will. I bow at the widely smiling Haga-san and step outside. The time display on my coil reads 3 p.m. Some people mingle in this area even though it's a back street. Uh-huh. There were several routes I could use to get to the courier. I wondered which would be the fastest. I feel like there's a deciding point here. So I think I'll start with someone's route. I think I'll start with clear. Yes, I think some of my friends emailed me about clear. So yeah, I'll start with clear, I guess. I take a soft lump of fur with both my hands out from my bag on my shoulder. Ah! He's cute! Ah, it's a puppy! While holding the sleeping lump of fur, I started up by pressing the hand against its... Oh, it's a robot dog. It's so cute, I want it!
レン、起きろ。
Ren, wake up. When I call him, he opens his deep black eyes with a click. Alba.
運び屋まで行きたいんだけど、
I'd like to go
一
to
番
the
早い
courier.
ルート検索してくれ。
He's a digital assistant! I want one!
了解。
Yokai. Silently, Ren lightly touches his paws to my upper arm. But
東の241通りは検問のために封鎖。バスは点検のため
what
に
with the
運
voice
休
is so manly?
北のターミナルを迂回した方が早い。
そっか、サンキュー。
North Terminal. When I pat his head, Ren barks once and wags his tail.
よっしゃ、それじゃ行きますか。
Okay, let's get going. Wait, no. Hold on. I just got an email from someone else here. Hold on. Apparently they're saying... Yeah, this is for the... By the way, I'm not streaming, guys. It's just that I'm live playing with a few friends. Apparently, they want me to try out Kojaku. You know what? I'll just see where this goes. The transportation system in the old resident district is pretty bad. There's a big street running through the center of the city, and sometimes there may be a bus or a train. Or even a taxi, but they also can be cancelled or delayed without notice, so they're not really reliable. The roads might be blocked at any time too, so nobody trusts public transportation. Even now, there are hardly any cars on the street. There's only one taxi waiting in vain and some junk cars parked in the roadside. The sidewalk is filled with people coming and going. The most reliable thing you could have are your own legs. The hopeless old resident district is divided into north, south, east, and west. They're similar but have some differences. For example, the East District, where both Haiban and my home are, is a residential area mixed with parts of downtown. The whole district is relatively safe and it's easy to get your hands on various things. The North District is an off-limits area and has become something like a ghost town. It's unsafe. The West District is a residential area, but you can't really do any shopping there. The South District is full of clothing shops, game arcades, and entertainment facilities, so a lot of young people go there. There's so much! And if you go further than the North District, there's Platinum Jail, a place full of celebrities and corporate purveyors. Platinum Jail is one of 5 Japanese conglomerates, and when Toei Inc. bought this island, Midorijima, they transformed it to a members-only entertainment area. Holy shit, they bought an island for members only. If the stories I've heard are true, everything there seems to be luxurious. Starting with the Oval Tower, standing in the center of the city, there are huge casinos, movie theaters, shopping malls, and hotels. Anyway, it's packed with all sorts of things. Basically, you can't become a member unless you're invited, but the membership fee is about enough to buy this whole island, or so I've heard. Of course, people here in the old resident district can't get into Platinum Jail. The old resident district is, so to speak, almost like a slum, so it's tentatively managed to the degree that barely anyone can live there. But that's it. The police who can only act big are teamed up with the Yakuza and do whatever they want, so there's a huge difference between here and Platinum Jail. It's not like we can do anything about it. Even if we're unhappy, we can't do anything but endure and swallow it. Even so, it's often said that there's no place like home, so once you get used to it, living here is unexpectedly comfortable. We're not cornered so badly that we can't live, and we have our own nice days. I don't wish for much. I don't mind if it continues like this. The people in the old resident district live thinking like that.
Aoba. Aoba.
Yes? Ren pokes his head out of the bag and taps my arm with his paw.
どうした
What's the matter?
考えすぎだ。思考回路がショートするぞ。
Are you uplinked to my brain?
マジかつか、どんだけ貧弱な思考回路なんだよ、俺。
比較対象をごく
The
一
intensity of
般
the
的な
toddler
成
kid is
人男性
temporarily
とし
set
て、
to 100 and
その
will
思
further
考回
damage.
路の強度を仮に100とすると、青葉の思考回路の強度は。
いい、そういうのはいいから。その説明で余計にショートする。
Ah, you don't want to know your IQ?
そうか。
Is that so? I involuntarily smile at Ren's earnest answer and stroke his head. Ren is a dog-type Owlmate. Owlmates are artificial life forms with intelligence, generally used as support for network tools. They can search the internet and virtual space for information, and of course they can also be used to shop online. I wanna buy stuff, like I'm gonna lift the dog and be like, hey, I wanna buy chocolate. $5.99. Okay. Depending on the model, it's also possible to use one as a helping hand around the house, and they play an active part as a partner in a net game called Rhyme. There are many types of Owlmates. Among them are animal types which have many different forms. Many people love them as pets. Ren and I have been together for quite a long time too. I'm not exaggerating to say I would even call him my partner. Even as Owlmates improve and new models come out, I wouldn't abandon Ren even if hell froze over.
青葉、近道をするなら次の道を右だ。
I'm just gonna quick save here, guys. Alright, guys, welcome back. Sorry, I just had to check something. Alba, if you want to take a shortcut, turn right at the next road. Following Ren's instructions, I enter into a narrow, wide street. Narrow, wide? What? I enter a narrow side street, sorry. Ugh. My mouth. Once I get through here, I'll be close to the courier. The thing that acts as a divider to the four parts of the old resident district is a street called Aoyagi Street. On Aoyagi Street, there are lots of stores where you can get common items cheaply. In contrast, there are many maniac hobby stores in the back streets. As I walk on the side street, a group leaning untidily against the dirty walls stand out. Like guys taking turns biting a silver drug sheet, that sort of atmosphere. What's wrong with punk kids these days? There was a time when I thought those kinds of things were normal. I was the same. But hey, it's not like I'm old enough to speak like a grandpa. I'm finished with that kind of thing. Totally. As I pass between the guys hanging out, the contents of their loud conversation reach my ears. Anthony. A drive-by attack then. Interesting. That's pretty bad. They seem to be talking about Rhyme. Rhyme is an avatar-type online fighting game. When opponents connect their consciousness online with a device, they can experience a virtual battle that feels real. I don't want that. There's no notifications as to when and where it's happening at all. When Usui, who performs the holding and judging of the game, appears, then that place becomes the field. At first, it was a free game made by an amateur. The rules were loose and apparently there was no Usui either. When it gained popularity fast, Toei Inc. affiliated companies finally became sponsors. Then there was the strengthening of the system with the adding of Usui and set official rules, which is what Rhyme is today. Well, since I'm not doing a Rhyme, it doesn't concern me. I pass through the alley and walk onto Aoyagi Street again. I can see the courier sign at the end of the wide road. While walking towards it, I notice a thick crowd in the middle of the road. It seemed to be a loud fight. Curious onlookers gathered around and made noise. I continued to walk, trying to avoid the whole mess. A stir in the crowd suddenly occurs, followed by a shrill scream. Huh? I look into the center between the curious onlookers, standing on my tiptoes. A big bulky man shamefully lies on the ground while another man stands next to him. The man standing was facing away from me. Even so, I immediately recognize him. Oh! A bright red kimono and a big sword. It can only be him. You're a big guy, you weren't that much of a big deal. I can't believe you'd make a mess of such a fine lady. Fine lady. He's supposed to be... Kojaku! Oh my god. You know what? Should I could turn off the... You know what? I'll decide next time. But basically, I think I'll give him a I don't know if I do Southern or Texan. I just know it's a different kind of drawl compared to a samurai. God, my Makanzo's infecting me again. Steaky is dreamy? When Koujaku taps the sword to his shoulder, the heart-eyed girls rush to him while stepping on the man laying on the ground. Yeesh! I'm really sorry. Girls, stop. You take too long to talk. Okay, I think I found one of the drawbacks to this game already. The dialogue might take too long to, like, respond or some shit. And they need to... If it skips to the next one, it should, like, cut off, but I'm just being nitpicky here. Uh-huh. Yeah, keep telling yourself that, bitch. Cheeky. Cut her hair. Wait. He cuts hair? What does he... with a katana? The embarrassed woman seems to be the lover of the man still laying on the street. Perhaps the two tried to enter Kojaku's shop. It started an uproar. Kojaku controls the surrounding women gently with hand gestures and smiles at the bowing woman. Yep. Then I feel nothing less than honored and privileged from hairdress. Oh my god. Ah! I'm getting fuckboy vibes. Anyway. Look, this amount of screen time, you know this guy's like a romantic interest. The troubled woman's expression changes incredibly quickly. Her eyes sparkle and she blushes up to her cheeks. Did this really have to happen? The other surrounding women apparently didn't like where this was going, so they start to push around the enchanted woman. Oh my god. Girl, why so thirsty? I'm gonna skip there. Ugh. The man together with her handkerchief and dress and clothes couldn't stop smiling. Ugh. There it is, his famous lady killer smile. At least that's what I call it. The handkerchief woman goes into a weakened state and attracts glares full of terrible jealousy. Every single woman seems to be poised for the kill. Let's go already. I've seen this act many times. Disgusted, I start to separate from the crowd. Yup, he knows me. He doesn't look half bad. Huh. You know what? I like him, I guess. I don't know. That's not a katana, that's a fucking broadsword from China. Holy shit. I don't know, it looks... Look, there's like a gap in the middle for something. Crap. I know that everybody's attention is now directed to me. Don't call out to me, not now. This is bad, let's pretend I didn't notice. I turn on my heels and quickly start to walk away. Oh god. I'm gonna be attacked by fangirls. Kojaku, disregarding my attitude, runs after me and catches my arm. Here we go again. Wow, Jack! What? Alba, it really is you. Actually, just a good screenshot. Save. Wait, can I... I guess not. Fuck. Nitro skip? Nah, I won't risk it. Alba, it really is you. Yo. You good? I delivered. Kojaku breathes out and smiles. The surrounding women's eyes become hearts again. That smiling is his habit from long ago, but there are plenty of women who still fall for it like this. It's like his sub-weapon. However, there are too many people, so speaking is difficult and the women's eyes are scary. Koujaku points at the man who is face down on the road. If you won't give it a rest, someone's going to stab you. Ground you don't see. Feeling jaded, I look at the women who were glaring back at me. It almost feels like they're saying it doesn't matter if you're a woman or a man. If you get too close to Kojaku, I'll never forgive you. With nothing but their glares. Well, no, I'm the one who's gonna get stabbed, bitch. Kojaku lifts the edges of his mouth into a smile and laughs. This guy. But he certainly is skilled with, so I won't say anything. Kojaku has been aware of the merits of his looks for a long time now. Not to put it bluntly, he's a casually confident man that's pretty good at fighting. He works as a woman's hairdresser at his own pace, and he seems to be quite famous for it. He works according to his own whims and sets up his signs when he wants to. There's no notice, and he doesn't take reservations. Despite that, people always line up immediately. Whenever Kojaku touches your hair, it's supposed to send you to heaven. I can't even imagine how that works. Through my own eyes, this good guy act seems nothing but cheap. Oh god, don't start with that. Ugh. So this is Kojaku. He's childhood best friend then? Oh my god. Well, I guess it's fine. As soon as I finished talking, the women went back to mobbing Kojaku. Standing in the middle of Kojaku looks at me as if he just remembered something. I give a short answer and start walking again. Even so, that guy didn't seem tired at all. He doesn't say he does anything he likes because he says women are treasures, but for me it's just impossible. Isn't it said that people like him are a certain kind of character? Yup. While listening to the women's bubbling voices from behind, I walk to the courier. God, this is taking a while. World building and all that. A specialized shipping office. Delivery works. I enter through the sign-bearing automatic doors and am greeted by the smiling faces of Yoshi-san, who sits at the reception desk. Oh god. Looks like my aunt or some shit. Ooh, Albachiel! God, I feel like something's gonna happen. Thanks as usual. I bow slightly and put the paper bag onto the counter. Is that a robot too? A small dog with dangling glossy fur sits proudly on the counter and closely watches my movements. It's the signed dog of this shop, Yoshi-san's almate, Clara. She's like the neighborly lady next door. With experienced hands, Yoshi-san checks the address and pushes a nearby button. A box next to the counter opens and she throws the paper bag inside. The courier is a shipping service that sends packages immediately to anywhere in the old resident district. Even though we're on a small island, no one could possibly walk the same distance within a day. That's why in this town, where automobiles and such are inconvenient, it's very useful. Now then, with this, my work today is finished. That's how I feel with RuPaul's Drag Race. What the hell is a goodbye with a cheek dance? God. Yoshi-san wraps her hair around her figure and looks absent-minded with eyes like a girl in love. Well, she isn't really a bad person. This is the rhymes. Yoshi-san seems to be quite serious and draws her eyebrows together like beckoning. She's not a bad person. I give up and bring my face closer to hers. There are no other people in the shop, but for some reason Yoshi-san starts to speak in a whispering voice. North District. It was... Are we getting like hints for all our choice or of all our possible love interests? Sorry, I just skipped while she was talking. I got bored. It's true that the police of the old resident district hardly do their jobs. They don't care if crimes are committed. For example, when passing a policeman, if you get on his nerves even just a little bit, you'll be punched, or in the worst case, arrested. They're just like Yakuza. Yoshi-san sends me a meaningful look with sparkling eyes. Oh my god, the sparkles! I only noticed that now. I'll laugh. I seriously don't know how to respond to that, especially if she bats her eyes with me. When I try to hurry to the exit, I'm stopped by a different voice than Yoshi-san's. Okay, she likes the dog. Okay, the dog likes the other dog. Yoshi-san lifts Clara in her arms and looks at me with eyes full of expectation. I don't think neither of us like this shop that much. When she presses me like that, I know I can't escape anymore. I'm sorry, Ren, but enjoy it for a little while. I take out Ren, who's in sleep mode, from the bag and tap his head lightly to start him. Ren doesn't like it either. Ren's tail and ears droop. In front of him is the cocky Clara-chan being held by Yoshi-san. It's like a spoiled blonde girl. Rinyo, Clara. Clara wags her tail joyfully. Yoshi-san also lowers the corners of her eyes and smiles. What now? When I was freed from Yoshi-san and went out, it was already nighttime. Ren crouches down in the bag wearily. Clara seems to like Ren in such a manner that when our eyes meet, it looks like he's begging for help. The personality of mates can be set to one's liking. It changes with each environment little by little. As a result, the difference comes out in the chemistry between mates just like with people. Ren seems to not like Clara. Unfortunately for Ren, I think it's a bit entertaining. After Yoshi-san stopped me, I was treated to a cake that had a huge amount of whipped cream on it. She made it in a cooking class. More accurately, I was forced to eat it all. Thanks to that, I now have severe heartburn. I've never had heartburn from cake before. Maybe, like, fatty foods, like buttered or fried shit. Oh shit, I didn't read that. Well, too late. Fuck it. Look, I'm kind of bothered by this. Anyway, there's this guy's named Ribsters, they do rhyme, but since it was something... Holy shit, this is taking a while. I think that's all the time I have for today, actually. While I advance through the lively atmosphere, my hand is suddenly grabbed from behind. Oh wait, what's going on? The person who grabs my arm is a frivolous man whose hair is dyed red, probably younger than me. Younger than you? They look so much older, what the hell? Have they been smoking crack? Or shooting it up the veins? This time a green-haired guy comes closer with a smile. Wow, the hair colors, is it Christmas? The red-haired one looks at me with an artificial smile. When I try to shake off his hand with great effort, the redhead looks at me angrily. Oh great, they're a gang. Actually, that's pretty obvious. The green-haired guy holds out his wrist proudly. On it is a tattoo of a winking girl with enormous breasts leaning over a big pink bomb. Whoa. Aren't these guys ashamed of having someone carve that on them? And I haven't heard of bug bomb before. Even though this tattoo would also be a thing that people in teams do, I knew very well that these guys were underlings. Because they're only that. They like to pick up fights openly like this. Wow. You're asking for a fight? Red and green look at each other and started to smile stupidly. There are tag arts used as team symbols in a rib, and the team's tag art is tattooed somewhere on your body when you join. Those who don't have a tattoo are assumed to not do rib. That's why it's common that no marks become targets of diversion for ribsters. There's no team that holds a grudge if you happen to kill a no mark. Better leave while you're ahead. Red and green throw an exaggerated glare at the voice coming from behind them. Is this a love interest? As soon as the green-haired one sees the owner of the voice, his facial expression stiffens. A friend of ours, then? After saying worthless last words, the two of them ran off like puppies with their tails between their legs. Witnessing that, the guy behind me laughs. Does this game have gameplay? Holy shit. Already knowing his identity, I turn around. Yeah. Yeah, we're friends. God, the announcer. Mizuki! Dry Juice, so that's their logo? Leader of the largest rib team, Dry Juice. Okay, Rhyme is for the virtual world. Ribbing is basically gang wars. Holy shit, guys, come on. Oh, I think I get the story here. Yeah, probably Alba used to be friends with him but didn't want to go continue the route of, you know, gangs, teams and shit. He smiled widely as he spoke, but I shrugged my shoulders slightly. Mitsuki and I hung around a long time ago. We were friends that did a lot of stupid things. He has a friendly personality, but in tight situations he's capable of exact and tight reasoning. Since all the guys participating in Rib like to act real tough, I think it's pretty awesome that he was able to put so many of them together to make the largest Rib team. But I still have no plans to join Dry Juice or become a Ribster. Well, I'd hate that too. Oh. Oh yeah, there should be a conflict of interest if you consider those two games. Clouds. When I think about it, Pokemon Go is a direct application. Well, it's not like I couldn't understand the feelings Mitsuki harbored against Rhyme. The same could be said about Rib, that it's a children's foolish wargame. But despite that, Mitsuki is thinking about his team seriously. He may not forgive the guys who easily jump at the trend. I can imagine that happening with Rhyme. They said there's something about mind control? And no, uplink to the brain. You know what? This is taking a while, so I'm just gonna end this here. This group Morphine. Morphine itself is an urban legend. Well, I guess so. Morphine. Long ago, but I don't think these details are too important. What did he say? If it turns out that Morphine's not behind this, then I've been thinking that it's probably those Rhyme guys. That's a little extreme, but... Oh, sorry. Fuck. Scrolled with the mouse. But for things like disappearances and even destroying people's minds, can they even do that? Wouldn't it have caused a huge commotion if they could? No, I do know that. That's why I'm not too serious. Suddenly a cheer rises nearby. Surrounded people begin to run in that direction. Mitsuki clicks his tongue and grimaces. Rhyme, huh? I'm not feeling too well. I'll be leaving. Make sure you show your face at the shop. Alright. See ya. Mitsuki waves with his open hand and advances through the crowd. Oh god, you know what? I'm just gonna save here. Holy shit, this is taking a while. But I'm gonna complete it. I'm gonna complete at least a route, so don't worry about that, guys. I'm gonna save here because I don't want to repeat. I don't want to repeat, and I love the save system, by the way. It looks so polished. Holy shit. Anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for joining me in this. I'll be continuing more at the next episode. This is just world building so far. I don't mind, it's just, I don't know, it's taking up a lot. And I'm having trouble skipping over some details. So just tune in, we'll continue this. Don't worry about it. I'll continue some of the other things that I left up in the air too, so tune in for that. And we'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.